Thelma and Louise it,
you
literally.
running around.
Hi, thank you guys for taking your time. And thank you so much for bringing these characters back because I miss them so much. Honestly, Rebecca and Keeley have one of the best female friendships I've ever seen on TV.
I copy that. I agree.
And I was wondering, what's the most valuable thing you learned from your female friendships and maybe between the two of you?
Oh my gosh, they're everything, aren't they? I mean,
I think I've been, most of the things I've learned as an adult have come from my female friendships.
Right.
Yeah.
We've both got quite a big collective.
Yeah. And also, I think from each other, I mean, again, I'm going to hijack this moment and talk about the fact that, you know, when I first met Hannah and her ability to be able to come to work and be somebody that is so positive in the morning, but she's also a mother. She takes care of her daughter at home. She's doing multiple things at once and yet comes in with an energy of wanting to collaborate and have a time on a set where it's not just about her and getting her things done and then going home. It's like you bring all of you into whatever you're doing at any given moment, whether that's with home life or with work life, but none of them don't feel like they're not present from the background as well. And I think there's something incredibly iconic about working with a woman who is so good at what she does at work, but also is so good at what she takes home and what she brings into her daughter's life. And it's something that I have found inspiring from day one. And also she does it with empathy and without any judgment. And I think there's been something very beautiful about that for our friendships, of being able to ask each other things that I'm not going to talk about in the press. They're ours and they're personal, but things that I know I can bring up to you. And it may not be anything that you've experienced or it's in your trajectory, but you've never once judged me and you've only ever guided me with kindness and advice in a way that feels nurturing and a gift, actually. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It's true. You know that's true. It is really true.
Oh, wow.
And also brought me into your home life too. You know, there's something about that as well. You don't always do that with your co-stars. You don't bring them into your world outside of work.
But that's because my daughter is obsessed with her. She calls her Princess Juno and has done since she was like 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've known her half her life. She's now a lot taller than me.
She's taller than her. Did we remotely answer your question?
Sorry,
Not really.
that was a...
But I love it. I feel the love totally. And I feel it on screen. And I feel like Rebecca and Keeley, they are so iconic. And I was wondering, could you imagine any other world where we see these two women in any movie or TV genre where they are badass and do their thing other than the Ted Lasso world?
Yeah, I mean, I could. I think they'd be hilarious on the run together. Hilarious. I think it'd be absolute carnage.
Trying to not get caught. Can you imagine? Thelma and Louise it,
you
literally.
running around in...
Yeah, exactly.
Can we make this happen, please?
I mean,
it would be kind of amazing
it.
to do a movie of them, wouldn't it? It would be incredible. I mean, I think also, and this is something that I think you should feel with your girlfriends, and I feel it strongly with Rebecca and Keeley too, of like, when you're together, you kind of can take over the world. You can do whatever you want if you would do it together. And I think that's what is such a strong bond with real female friendships, the ones that you have that are your ride or die.
Hey.
I loved episode 2 and the feminist
Yes.
storyline about how Rebecca struggles with being the perfect feminist, because I feel like this hits very close to home for me. I was wondering, did you ever had that issue yourself that you struggled with? Am I the perfect feminist in this or that?
Well, first of all, why does it strike with you?
To be honest, because I call myself a feminist, and this is a really important topic for me, but I had some situations where I thought, okay, maybe this is not very feminist of me.
Me too. That's why I was asking you. Me too.
Yeah.
And I think it's brilliant that you could easily go down the route of, you know, they could write her that she is the ultimate feminist. She's finally found her groove and her vocation in life. She is the figurehead on the front of the ship of the women's team. But I think it's far more interesting that she thinks she's that, realizes she isn't, and then goes on like this
Mission.
Fast forward like crazed mission.
And still gets it a little bit wrong.
And then still gets it wrong, yeah.
But I think also the braveness of the education that people will get, because I think it will hit people, a lot of people that are watching the show will have a moment of thinking it. Same with Jeremy Higgins' storyline in episode 1, where he is going to the Negro History Museum of baseball.
And he thinks that
and
he's
again,
aware.
he's getting it slightly wrong. And I think that the writing is so elegantly done with both of those storylines, and also the humor that you both bring into it. I was so excited to see Rebecca Rebecca being so funny in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Continuously.
Bliss.
It was so gorgeous to see, whilst we're getting this incredible education that I think will be a really important thing for a lot of women to feel.
Yeah, no, and actually, generationally, you know, me growing up as like 10 to 15 in the 80s,
iconic.
You think, yeah, I mean, the greatest time for music and fashion.
Yeah.
You think, I thought that I was, certainly in my 20s and 30s, then I thought that I was. But then I look back, you know the scene where Rebecca is with her mum on the balcony and the mum's like, oh God, I hope I'm not a feminist. I kind of grew up with that myself.
Yeah.
I remember my mum once saying to me, do you know any male dentists that are good? And I was like, Mother, are you actually kidding me? And my dad rolled his eyes because my mum was the one that wasn't the feminist. So I've grown up with that. So I loved that scene with Rebecca. And she was like, careful, Mother, you might actually be a feminist. And the mum goes, oh, God, I hope not.
Yeah.
So what hope does Rebecca have? And then somebody like Alice Chilton comes along, calls her out. But the only way that Rebecca can receive that, take the bop on the nose and correct herself, fractionally begrudgingly at first, is because Keeley has always called her out. So she allows that in from Keeley first, which is why she can deal with Alice. It's very clever writing.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, lovely.
You
See you.
too.